Hi Leo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your mid-month money and career tarot reading for the month of May 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, of course, so just take what resonates, but as well thank you in advance for your love and support by liking this video, leaving me a comment down below, and of course subscribing to this channel and joining this amazing growing Leo tribe if you haven't done so already. Now, as well, to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need is down below in the description box. I'll definitely get that started for you. I feel a very well-spoken vibe about you, energy about you, and I feel like that came up in certain readings for you recently. If you're new to this channel, to this tribe, I am a Leo sun, one of my favorite signs, if not my favorite to read for. Don't tell the others, okay? But as well, we're going to just keep it simple, and we'll jump right into it and pull from the Tattoo Tarot deck. They're saying you're on your way to greatness. Okay, don't take that lightly, but don't stress over it all the meanwhile. I feel like you're making huge strides, huge levels of accomplishment towards a big goal you have in mind that could be broken down into 2 or 3 smaller goals. Does that make sense? Feels very financial. If you started a new job recently that's taking off and it's feeling quite busy and productive, but helping you make money, okay? While I feel like some Leos are also running a business or working another job that is helping people or just making you feel very important, to say the very least, okay? Going through a balancing act at the center of your reading with the 2 of Pentacles. But look at that imagery, feeling quite, they're saying limber, quite graceful and just elegant all the meanwhile. It's like, yeah, no, I do have a lot going on, but I can handle it. I've dealt with actually more in the past, or just about the same amount. And it just feels like people are looking up to you for how stress-free you feel for the most part. And it just feels like with the waves in the background, you're riding the waves towards all that you deserve, towards the success that's meant for you. It's like, not to be rude, but if you're going to try to stand in my way, excuse me, or make me nervous all the meanwhile, I'm going to have to just go around you or push you out of the way. I have a lot to accomplish. Wow. They're now saying busybody. I feel like even in your downtime, for the most part, you're going to be trying to stay busy. And it just feels as if you do need to remember to rest, excuse me, in your free time. But it's like you have this confident presence about you, right? Being viewed as somebody who's knowledgeable. Okay, they're saying well-known and just knows their stuff, right? Regardless, even if you're working 2 jobs or a business and a job or 2 businesses, you're viewed as somebody whose third eye opened a while ago or is just opening regardless of where you're at on your path. But it's like there is this emotional side of you. You know, when you get overly tired and then therefore you get emotional, but you're strong is what you will remind yourself of, or certain reminders will come through of that. The clouds are clearing as the money's flowing in, okay? And if I do remember correctly, if you haven't watched it yet, I did release already the monthly money and career reads for June. Yours was labeled as the money rains on in. So if that's happening in the second half for the remainder of May, you can imagine what's to come. It feels like the plans you've seeded are starting to pay off, give you the rewards you desire. And it feels like if it's not just money that you've been aspiring to accomplish, to acquire in one way, shape, or form, it's clientele, business progression, right? Numbers, analytics, you name it. Financial improvements, to say the very least. But surrounding that, I feel like you're just becoming well known, okay? The Ace of Wands, it feels like it's finally this fresh start that when things feel doable, okay? They're showing me a stack of cash, okay? It definitely came through in your June reading. And it feels like it's just, this is second half of the month is gonna be an easy, smooth transition into the month of June, okay? You'll feel as if you just have a lot to accomplish, but a lot of Leos have gained that, perfected potentially, that skill set of prioritizing in your mind, right? So it doesn't feel as if things are super stressful, or you've learned in the past that overstressing over what you have to accomplish at hand makes things more energetically uptight or just frantic, and just doesn't really help you accomplish what you need to in the end. And I feel like you're teaching that to certain people, potentially. All right. It feels like you were granted an opportunity recently or within the second half of the month that's going to help you once again move to where you need to move. Adapt that to your situation, if you will. Okay. I do feel as if things are falling into place at the bottom of the deck, and I just split the deck to the Four of Wands. Things are falling into place for you, okay? It feels like people want to take care of you. People see that you have aspirations, goals, and just are working your ass off to get there. And it feels like this is kind of coming through as the Six of Cups in the gratuity sense, where people are tipping you, giving you more commission, right? A bonus potentially. You could find as if you're getting a deposit or a paycheck from a previous position that didn't work out, or from just past efforts, okay? But all the meanwhile, it feels like you're getting steps closer, even if there's a lot of work to do moving forward, and I feel like there is. You're getting steps closer to your wish fulfillment, but it feels like you can't help but have this sort of reminiscent vibe. Nostalgia floating in the air as an area or several areas, and they're saying a trip will make you feel, okay, moving forward for a lot of you, will make you feel quite nostalgic once again. You may even be pushed to think back to old positions, old businesses potentially, however it works for you, that pertain to, relate to, or just have helped you have the skill sets, the knowledge, the wisdom to succeed at whatever you're wrapping yourself up with in the second half of May. They're saying, get it, Leo. I feel like you're being cheered for, okay, on the sidelines by spirit. While some do have a spirit that isn't fully supporting them, or just isn't all about certain endeavors or one big one, but it just feels as if you are very much supported. And I feel like even by a boss figure or two, certain clientele, even customers and coworkers, okay? People like what you have to offer and just feel as if they're going to benefit from your presence, your workload, your experience, okay? You definitely exuding this king energy throughout the month, as we have two of them now out of the four. Feeling as if, yeah, at times you're emotional, feeling like more so the first week of the second half, so the third week of the month. But it's like you make your way to finish up the month and you are passionate, okay? The whole second half, I feel like the passion's there, but sometimes you do feel like just letting out a good cry, or just feeling like you do need to rest but don't have the option to. And I just feel like you're pushed to allow for oneself to embrace that royal way of being, okay, to put that crown back on, or just keep it on as you move towards all that you are meant for, okay? Underneath it all, it feels like you're potentially going to be reminded of certain disappointments from the past, financial investments, past jobs, you name it. But don't let that get the best of you, as I feel as if you've been through a lot, okay? And I do feel as if throughout the second half of the month, certain levels of frustration might take place in a living situation, a work environment. Nothing's perfect, but it reminds you why you desire an ending. Feeling a bit depleted with the Death card on your along your venture, along your path towards your happily ever after. A lot of you thinking about a move of residence, a trip potentially. They're saying vacation, but feeling as if your happily ever after, your happiness in general, isn't exactly where you're at. And if you feel it is, then so be it. I feel like there are changes and adjustments that need to be made where you are. Thinking about tattoos as well, if you look at this imagery, okay? Feeling as if the sun is starting to come out for you and feel a bit warmer. But I do feel as if you're recognizing that you have the ability to accomplish your goals, to say the very least. Nobody's getting in Leo's way is what I'm hearing, okay? There is one situation at the very least, if not multiple. For the majority, it's one where you don't fit in, okay? And you could find as if you're going from a time of lack and not enough savings, not enough money for this or that, to seeing that money start to flow in, and it's making you feel a little bit emotional because it's been a long time coming. But for a lot, it's just like, okay, this is motivation, fuel to the fire to keep moving forward, okay? To just do what I got to do, all right? And remember I was saying gratuity, tips, commission, you name it, people taking care of you, supporting you, complimenting you. But I feel like once again, all the meanwhile, you're being reminded of all you've been through, that can make you a bit emotional, okay? But it's all made you who you're meant to be or who you're becoming in this lifetime. And I just feel as if you are a true warrior, okay, a true leader. And that's definitely a reminder in certain ways in the second half of the month, as you're very focused on your savings and just feeling as if you're gaining a little bit more control over where you're heading, what you need to achieve on your money, to say the very least. I just heard it's going to happen, okay? It's like there is a level of mystery to when something's meant to happen. Some know. It may feel as if you are the mystery in a situation, walking around strutting your stuff and just people wanting to know more. But I feel like you are sharing with some, but keeping things quite strategic and on the down low, okay? It's like you can't go after something just yet, but where you're at now is purposeful. So embrace the present moment where you're meant to be, and don't allow for yourself to doubt that your ships are coming in, my friend, okay? You're meant to succeed and move to new heights, new locations. It just feels like movement, right? Migrating from place to place. Travel is in your near future, closer than you think. Don't doubt it, okay? This second half of the month is helping you gain more money, for that future trip, okay? And even more travel in the future. But I feel like all the meanwhile, a fresh start once again is leaving you with your cup overflowing and getting a taste of justice, even if things feel a bit confusing at times, right? It just feels as if your work, career, sector of life is outweighing the rest, but you have your goals in mind and you're getting closer to achieving just that, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing rest of the month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Leo.